Play ball. It's opening day for Major League Baseball, and the schedule is jam-packed. For the first time since 1968, every team is scheduled to play on the first day of the season. The league will also feature some new rule changes. So joining us now for more on this is CBS Sports baseball writer Matt Snyder. Matt, good to see you, man. So walk us through the rule changes and what we'll see this season and why Major League Baseball decided to implement them.
Okay, the biggest one is the pitch clock. That's what everybody's going to notice because for years, baseball was one of the main team sports that did not have a clock. Now pitchers only have 15 seconds to throw a pitch from the time they get the ball when there's nobody on base. When there's somebody on base, it's 20 seconds because, they have to check the runner and everything. Also, they only get 2 throws over to first base when there's a runner on. They call it a disengagement. They don't even have to throw, actually. They could just step off and look at the guy. They get 2 disengagements there. That kind of leads me into the next rule change. The bases are bigger. Might not seem like that big of a deal to most people, but they were playing with the same base sizes from basically the 1800s. Obviously, guys' feet are a lot bigger now. But also they wanted to increase the action on the base paths. You get about 6 inches closer. They might think that you can steal a little bit easier, maybe go from first to third on a single a little bit easier. The goal there was a lot more action. Going back to the pitch clock, the goal was a lot less dead time. Basically, they're just trying to make the game a little bit more exciting, a little more action-packed. The league had kind of fallen into a rut in terms of too many strikeouts, walks, and home runs. They wanted more on-field action. These are some of the things that they were going to try to do to eliminate the dead time, increase the action. Another big one that more diehard fans or a little bit more than casual fans might notice is there are limits on the defensive shifting. You might see 3 or maybe even 4 guys between first and second base when there's a left-hand hitter up. Now you can't have more than 2 guys on either side of the base in the infield. So it's another way to increase maybe more singles instead of just a ground out right at the guy, stuff like that. Again, just looking for more action.
I like it. I know, we were sort of chuckling when you said the feet are bigger, but it's true. But it's not just the feet. The athletes are bigger than they were. Yeah, so sure. It makes a lot of sense. So what are some of the other storylines that we should be following as the season gets underway? Who are some of the teams that you're going to be keeping an eye on?
Well, right off the top, Aaron Judge hit 62 home runs last year. It was only the 3rd time in American League history that a player hit 60 home runs, joining him with other Yankees, Babe Ruth and Roger Maris. He signed a 9-year, $360 million contract to stay with the Yankees in the offseason. That's definitely a big one to watch there. The Yankees have a relative World Series drought here. They haven't won since 2009. I know that doesn't sound that long ago, but for Yankees fans, that's a huge deal because that's a long, long time for them. Speaking of the Yankees, in 1998 through 2000, they were a 3-peat champion. Major League Baseball hasn't had a repeat champion since 2000. The Yankees were the last team to do it. The Houston Astros have been to the World Series 4 of the last 6 years. They won last year. Could they be the first repeat champion since the Yankees in 2000? That's a big storyline to watch. They're definitely good enough to get it done. They have a loaded roster again. They definitely could be one of those teams. And also, I'm looking at somebody who's never won the World Series before in the San Diego Padres. They're a small market team. A lot of the narrative has been that small market teams can't spend like large market teams. The Padres have the 3rd highest payroll heading into the season. They have some super duper stars in Fernando Tatis Jr., who is coming off suspension here in late April. They've got Juan Soto, who they traded for in the middle of the summer last year. He has a chance to win MVP this year. He's my pick to win MVP. And they have Manny Machado, who was 2nd in MVP voting last year. This is a completely loaded roster. They really very well could win the World Series. In fact, they were my prediction to win. They've never won it before. So that would be another fun storyline to watch.
Exciting stuff.
All right, Matt, thank you very much.